Today, I'd like to share my reflection on the expressive therapies continuum, counselor presence, and the valuable role of craft. Through learning about expressive therapies continuum, counselor presence, and the work of Louis Cozolino, I have gained a deeper understanding of how healing occurs through relationship, creativity, and embodied experience. These concepts have reshaped the way I view both the role of the therapist and the therapeutic value of art making. One of the most important concepts I've learned from the ETC is that different materials and processes engage different levels of emotional and cognitive functioning. And the kinesthetic sensory level emphasizes movement, touch, and regulation. And then the perceptual affective level allows emotion, imagery to emerge through visual organization and expressive exploration. And then the cognitive symbolic level that integrates reflection, meaning making, and conscious processing. I really appreciated learning about the expressive therapies continuum and how it provided a structure for accessing and intervening in the client's creative process. I like how it guided us to match the therapeutic activity to the client's current needs and level. A second key concept was the importance of flexibility within the therapeutic process. For example, different clients and even the same client at different times may need different forms of engagement. Sometimes healing begins with sensory grounding and nonverbal expression before insight or verbal processing can occur. This has helped me appreciate the importance of meeting clients where they are emotionally, neurologically, and developmentally. The third major point that I learned was the connection between trauma, the body, and creative expression. The ETC highlights how trauma can disrupt higher level cognitive processing, making nonverbal, sensory based approaches essential for regulation and safety. Art therapy creates pathways for expression when words are inaccessible, allowing clients to feel seen, heard, felt, and understood without relying solely on verbal communication. Next, I learned how to reflect on the vital concept of counselor presence, which underpins the safety and depth of the therapeutic relationship. In learning about counselor presence, I have come to understand that the therapist's way of being is just as important as the interventions they use. Presence involves attunement, safety, empathy, and the ability to remain grounded with clients during difficult experiences. A counselor who is fully present communicates acceptance and emotional safety, which becomes the foundation for trust and healing. I have learned that therapeutic presence requires authenticity, active listening, and the willingness to hold space without rushing to fix or interpret. Three key concepts I learned from Louis Cozolino centered around relationship, neuroscience, and regulation. First, Cozolino emphasizes that the brain develops and heals through relationships. Human connection is biologically essential, and safe therapeutic relationships can help reorganize patterns shaped by trauma and attachment wounds. Second, he highlights the importance of co-regulation. Clients often borrow the calm nervous system of the therapist before they are able to regulate themselves independently. Third, Cozolino discusses neuroplasticity, or the brain's ability to change through repeated relational and emotional experiences. This reinforces the idea that healing is possible throughout a life when individuals experience consistent safety, connection, and attunement. The value of craft in art therapy, particularly as discussed in the introduction and chapters of Leone, further deepened my appreciation for the therapeutic process. Craft-based art making offers repetition, rhythm, sensory engagement, and tangible accomplishment, all of which can support grounding and regulation. Unlike outcome-focused art, craft often emphasizes process, patience, and embodied experience. The repetitive motions involved in weaving, stitching, sculpting, or collage can create a calming and meditative effect while also fostering mastery and self-efficacy. Leone's work also highlights how craft reconnects individuals to identity, culture, memory, and community. Handmade objects carry meaning and narrative, allowing clients to externalize experiences while creating something enduring and personal. I was especially drawn to the idea that craft can bridge the gap between creativity and healing by making a therapeutic process. Understanding the ETC informs our choice of craft materials, while our grounding and counselor presence ensures that the space we offer supports the profound healing that art and craft facilitate. I look forward to applying these key learnings in future sessions. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more reflections on art therapy, as this may be the conclusion, but not the end of the journey.